Imagine sitting in a college writing class and your professor assigns a creative writing assignment. Now, a lot of people have different ideas whenever that happens, but the few main ones are creative writing, or creative nonfiction, fiction, drama, and poetry. I chose to do two, which are fiction and poetry, because they're closely connected, because these have a lot of imagery that stands out to people. If you don't have imagery, you're not going to have a sense of what's happening. So if you just kind of tell your reader what's happening and you don't show them, they're going to be bored and they're probably not going to keep reading. The use of imagery in poetry and fiction helps the reader look deeper into what they're reading. According to Seattle Pie, there are 4 rules of writing fiction with imagery. The use of figurative language, such as metaphor, similes, and symbolism. You use this to create a vivid imagery. It allows you to have something to compare it to, something to look at. Create non-expected contrasts, so descriptors that the audience wouldn't expect. So you want to avoid using cliches and really just pick the random to choose. Use concrete descriptors. Avoid simple words like very or fast. You could use rapid instead of saying very fast. Every word should be powerful and it should contribute something to the writing. And the last one is show, don't tell. Create pictures, create feelings for your audience, for your reader, to be able to really feel and see what you're just saying. So this is a fiction story by Tobias Wolff. It's from Bullet in the Brain. It reads, heat, a baseball field, yellow grass, the world insects, himself leaning against a tree as the boys of the neighborhood gather for a pickup game. You can hear this, see this, and feel this, because we've all seen a yellow colored baseball field in the spring before the sun has hit the grass and the grass is pretty again, or in the fall as the grass is dying off. You can imagine boys coming together, any neighborhood kids for that matter, to pick up a game of baseball. This is an example of showing, not just telling. The next one I chose is Girl. This one's really like the whole story. This was written, I don't have it. So it's really the whole story. It's another show, don't tell element. So you can imagine this quote having the white clothes being washed on Monday, the color clothes being washed on Tuesday, and hung up on the clothesline. I personally hang my clothes up on the clothesline, so I can imagine this happening. This is another be literal. This is a very literal thing that happens all the time. Scripted.com explains the word choice impact that you have. Selecting precise words will help increase the impact for your audience. So, selecting the right words. So instead of stone heat, they could have just really just said, put them in the dryer. But stone heat actually gave you an image for that. Imagery is more prevalent in poetry. So Seattle Pie states also that imagery is more than sight. It's smell, touch, feel, hear. It's any of your 5 senses. So, and there is no word. It reads, the feel of the weight of the jug dragging the bag down, stretching the thin plastic handles longer and longer. So you can feel that if you're the one holding the bag. If you're walking out of the store behind them, you can definitely see that, and you might even feel a little bit for them. Now, the facing it, the shimmer on the woman's blouse. You can physically imagine the wall that she's looking at. She went to the Vietnam Memorial Wall. And you can see the shimmer of that black granite wall. That again hides it, that her face just like blends into and hides. So the main takeaway is the fact that imagery is important. Imagery is used to pull your readers in. It's used to engage your readers and allows you to be able to see and feel and hear things that are going on in fiction and poetry. So next time you sit down in that creative writing class in college and you think, what should I write? make sure you choose to put some imagery in there and let the reader feel what you're trying to say.